Brooklyn native Jay-Z denying allegations in an explosive new civil lawsuit claiming that he and Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old girl. The anonymous accuser says the assault happened 24 years ago at an MTV VMA after party. The federal lawsuit, originally filed in October listing Diddy as a defendant, it was refiled just yesterday to include Jay-Z.
And Jay-Z released a lengthy statement calling it a blackmail attempt, attacking the lawyer who's filed several rape and assault lawsuits against Diddy in recent months. Now, Jay-Z writing in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away."
So Jay-Z, known as Sean Carter, of course, went on to say, "You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games." Let's bring in right now entertainment attorney Lisa Bonner, who's joining us for her analysis. And Lisa, thank you for joining us. Jay-Z's already filed to dismiss this lawsuit. Is this a good legal strategy, attacking the lawyer?
That's a very good question. Well, the statement was very strongly worded. There was no actual denial. I did not do this. However, he did attack the lawyer. I can't really say whether or not that's a great strategy. It's not something that I would have recommended he do, but this was a very carefully worded PR statement to talk about these allegations and to differentiate himself, if you will, from the other accusers that have come forth in these types of suits.
And Lisa, the alleged accuser we're talking about in this case was a child at the time. Now, wouldn't filing this case criminally give the accusations a little more weight? And why wouldn't this have been a criminal case back in the day?
Well, a couple of things to address with that. The lawsuit as brought today could only have been brought, if it were not originally brought in that 7-year statute of limitations, it was only amended and allowable for this accuser to bring forth this lawsuit as of March 2023. So what happened was there was it's called a New York Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, where this act opened up a 2-year look-back window for people who have been in these types of situations, who have been victims of gender-motivated violence, to go back, no matter how long ago that these incidents took place, to come forth during this 2-year window between March 2023 and March 2025 in order for them to bring this suit. So, one, it could not have been brought a while ago. It had to be brought within as of March 2023. And also, an individual cannot bring forth a criminal lawsuit. It has to be, you have to take your take your case to the district attorney, and the district attorney is one who can file a criminal case. So there's also issues of whether or not they would have time to do it within this window, but as of now, this stands as a civil case from the lawyer and from the accused.
And Lisa, I'm really curious about this aspect of it, because this case was filed a month ago and naming Diddy. Why is it that they took this long to name Jay-Z in it? Why wasn't his name in it a month ago?
Well, that's a very good question. It was filed with Jane and John Doe's 1 through 10, which is very common, right? In these instances, you are trying to amass more information about people. You are also trying to settle out of court with John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. So apparently there were some discussions, if you will, between Jay-Z's lawyer and Tony Busby, the victim's lawyer, the alleged victim's lawyer, in trying to really determine whether or not they were going to settle in this case. And he asked for mediation. And when Alex Spiro said no, he filed a preemptive lawsuit against the lawyer, and then the lawyer filed this case.
All right. And that's what Jay-Z, in essence, is saying was a bit of blackmail, attempted blackmail there. Lisa Bonner, thank you so much for joining us here for your analysis.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.